What do you say we set up a 620-yard shooting range in the backyard? So these targets we ordered through shootsteel.com, and they are really nice people to work with. I talked to them and told them what we wanted to do, and Max over there, he kind of guided me and set us up here, told us which ones we wanted for those ranges. So I think I've got everything installed the right way. So we've got the gong suspended there by the rubber straps. I don't know if they're supposed to hang straight or a V, or if it makes much difference. They're probably more stable that way. And then the locker washers and the bolts or lock nuts in the back, so they're less likely to get damaged. Then we hook up to those steel rings, and then they go onto the brackets that are retained there by those collars, which have a little Allen grub screw in them. I opted to put that set screw, that grub screw, rotate it to the back, so there's less chance of it getting struck by a bullet. And these are the little targets here. You can see these are actually, they don't hang, these are spinners. That's going to be really durable. I don't know, apart from shooting holes in the conduit, that should hold up pretty good. All right, guys, let's load everything up. I'm gonna need to get some white paint. Usually what I've seen, they paint these white with an orange dot in the center, but all I had is black and primer. And this is the big one. Boy. The way I should probably put that at the 100-yard one. So we've got the targets loaded up, and I'm going to use the GPS to get the yardages. I don't have a rangefinder, nor do I have a tape that's that long. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be close enough. So using the GPS Map 64, this is the best GPS I've ever had. I think it's probably the best GPS out there. This is the one that we all use on the wildland fires. It's rugged, super durable. Some guys using their phones, but the phones are just not reliable enough, and then you can't charge them. These take AA's, and so I like these better. But it has some really great features. One thing that's kind of cool with this is that you can, if you're trying to map an area, like we were clearing different areas and trying to get an estimation on how many acres were in timber, you can put a pin and then you can just walk around the perimeter, connect it, and it tells you exactly the acreage inside. So it's really cool. So all right, Heart Racer, you ready? Let's head on down. Oh, you need a little more room there, don't you, baby girl? Dead cat out of your way. There we go. Heart Racer is the most faithful little dog. She's always willing to do anything. Okay, we're heading for 100 yards. So I see our first problem here. This target's going to be too low. I'm not going to be able to see it from when the grass grows up. So what I'll do is we'll put one of those tall stands here at 100. And then I'll get some longer conduits for those guys, and we'll get them up tall so we can keep them above the grass. So these signs here, so we're going to put these signs up here next to the targets, and then we can stencil or label the yardages to see there. Not that we need to know what they are, but it's kind of fun when you have, we'll have some guests over that like to shoot, and then they'll kind of know too. So, all right, let's hang a big one here. That's exactly why I don't buy new trucks. These are really good stands. They twist. They twist, so they really adapt to the uneven ground. So we'll just hang the 8-inch plate on here for now. And then we can, when I get those conduits, I can change that. So I'm assuming the best way to hang these is going to be probably at a little bit of an angle on the straps. So we're going to skip the 200 yarder because I don't think we can see it because of the lay of the land. Whoops. And we'll stop here at the 300 yards. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this and putting the effort, time, and money into it is I'd like to, I've been kind of reaching out to some of the big names in, I guess kind of in precision shooting. Oops, I got that on backwards. I've been sending a few emails out, you know, and I hope, you know, if we could get someone that really had a lot of experience, kind of like a, I don't know who would that be. Costa, maybe Chris Costa. Anyone know Chris Costa? Maybe he'll come out here. Yeah, but what I'm thinking is not just for me, but if we could have this one here is kind of low, so I'm going to spread that out a little bit so we can. I want to get it up higher above the grass. If we could get a someone like that was a really great instructor, maybe have some of you guys come out. We could have like a subscriber shooting class. You know, if we all, you know, threw in a few bucks and paid for whoever it was we could get out here, you know, for her expenses, and do a weekend shooting class. I thought that would be really fun. But I think it would. What I was thinking is it'd probably be more easier to get someone out here if we had some sort of a decent set of targets set up. So we're going to skip the 200 yarder because I don't think we can see it because of the lay of the land. Whoops. And we'll stop here at the 300 yards. So I do have some other exciting news that's going to be coming up. So Clint and Heidi Smith. I mean, you guys must know who Clint Smith is. He's kind of the grandfather of, you know, shooting training schools. You know, really high quality schools. They have I guess they have a really impressive range out in Southern Oregon called Thunder Ranch, and they actually reached out to us and asked us if we'd like to come for a training course. And stay out there. I guess they had a cabin or something. Stay out there and do this course. I think it's in October, September, October. It's in the fall. So we are super excited about that. So I don't know. That's probably, I don't know how far that is. It's probably 4 or 5 hours from here. But I don't know if we'll be able to video out there. I'll ask to see if we could get permission. But that's something that is coming up that we're both really excited for. So we'll have to, that'll give me a little bit of time. I'll have to put together a rifle for Mrs. W as well. I am spreading these things out a little bit, maybe more than I should, but I'm trying to get them up a little bit because of the height of the grass it's gonna be a little bit higher in the spring. I guess we could mow it too, but I'll just do this for now. We'll see. See how it goes. That's 400. I'm going to skip 500 and we'll just go clear out to the farthest point, which is going to be, I'll check it, but I think it's 620 yards. All right, Heart Racer, hold on. We're off like a dirty shirt. That's what my granddad would say every time we left home on heading out to the annual elk hunting trip. He'd start. That was the only time he really took his vacation. You know, he was a working guy, so he didn't have a lot of vacation off, even after working for the same company his whole life. I think he only had like three weeks or so, maybe 4 weeks. So he'd take my Nana for a week, take her someplace she liked to go. They'd go to camp, or they used to like to go up to Banff in Alaska or Canada, and then the other 3 weeks we'd take a week off for deer hunting. We'd go over there just a day before opening morning, and then make sure I got a line of sight here, and then we take 2 weeks off for elk hunting. Granddad took elk hunting so serious, he took half his vacation for it, and we'd go over there a week early and get our wall tents all set up and the wood cut, and start scouting, glassing we called it, looking for the elk. We'd find where they were bunched up, and make a plan, a very coordinated plan to get them. That's why he was always so successful. So he put a lot of effort into it. This is the big boy, the 22-incher, half-inch AR 500 plate. Goodness, that's a big old target. I can hear the fire helicopters going by over there to the north. We had a lightning storm the other night, a bunch of lightning strikes, and we got 3 active fires going. None of them, we haven't been called out for mutual aid on any, but it could happen at any time. But that's always that's the biggest concern for everyone, is when we get those dry lightning fires. They start a lot of fires, and they can pop up weeks later, even a month later in some instances. What happens is that lightning will strike a tree, and it'll lightning will go down into the roots and start a fire underground, and it'll smolder, and then it'll manifest weeks later. So all of those lightning strikes are all tracked. It's amazing technology. You can go up online, you can download an app that we all have on our phones, and we can see them, and the DNR and the Forest Service will actually go out and physically verify every strike over a series of weeks after one of those lightning storms, and just double check that there isn't something that's going to be a problem. All right, well, that's it, guys, for the target setup. I'll get those range indicators out, or those signs up, and we'll get to see what we can do out here. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.